Philippines, but I kind of feel like with the Yuzong pick, it just shatters what Myanmar wants in the mid game.
And now we enter the land of dawn. It seems as if we're back to a very calm scenario from a very tense game number 2. It still feels like it happened. Oh, you know what? It really happened a few minutes ago.
For me, it just feels like a calm before the storm. You can expect a lot of explosive action from Myanmar. I think around level 5 or level 4 here with the lineup that they drafted.
We're just going to have to wait for that moment to happen. For now, people will be farming around, poking each other out inside the lane, keeping the action away from the gold laners, trying to give their carries a safe haven down gold lane.
What's the hit on the bottom side, Midnight? I don't think you kind of expected the Beatrix to pop up here.
It's a neutral lane. I would say it's a wash lane because I don't think the Beatrix provide much threat versus the carry. Because if you are able to land those runners, then
it's a 4-man pincer maneuver. It's first blood going over into the Philippines, and I don't think they're to Myanmar rather. I don't think they're done. They got 2 out of the way.
2 kills straight to the mouths of Myanmar. Great engage. They caught Philippines by surprise there. And Ken, 101 on this Hellcurt. And we know how snowbally this assassin could go.
Oh my goodness.
That's half of his HP gone.
yeah, and this is big for Myanmar. Yuzong is level 3. Ken is going to be able to take this turtle without any contention, probably from the X-Laner.
It's going to take Saison quite a maneuver to pull one out. And there it goes, Arcangel being solo killed as well.
Wow, such a great start from Myanmar here, already ahead by 1.1k, plus the first turtle of the game. Looks like Philippines will be put on the defensive end once again.
And Zippy definitely looking a lot better in this game now that he doesn't need to worry about single targets anymore.
Yep.
Now he can kind of just focus on spamming on AoE behind Naomi and behind Justin.
Yeah, the strength of this Beatrix is that you can utilize the double lane. He clears wave in a fast manner such that he can just leave the lane. And with this movement coming out from Munigo, this is just to make sure that the character is able to farm up. These are wasted movements because Myanmar at the moment is more concerned about getting the damage items on Zippy.
That is the biggest priority, obviously, but right now it feels like that path looks a lot clearer for Myanmar's goal.
Yeah.
Oh man,
compared to last game.
This is looking to be such a great start for Myanmar here. We could see in their faces that they're still feeling the pressure of potentially be on the receiving end of a reverse sweep. Again, this is a best-of-3 series, and wow. I can't believe that happened literally 3 minutes in. That was such a big tower dive for a freshly level 4 Hellcurt. He didn't even pop his ult.
Yeah, and it's uncharacteristic of Yuzong because when you typically see Yuzongs, like when they're level 3, they're rushing to clear the waves. And I think that was the idea. That was the reason why they were behind the towers. They want to be able to get the level 4 as quick as possible, especially with a lot of soldiers coming up from Myanmar. But that ended up being a massive mistake from Philippines and Myanmar. They're able to capitalize. And now that the Hellcat has snowballed, Beatrix is looking to scale even better with the dual wave movement on the map, and I feel like that's gonna put the carry in shambles here because he's not gonna be able to farm as fast as this Beatrix.
Yep, and we could still see the Filipino fans still with a lot of energy for their Philippine team. Myanmar, on the other hand, still looking to close this one out. My God, this series feels longer than it should be. We're not even like 10 minutes in game number 3, and I already feel very tense.
It is. And like I said, this is the calm before the storm, before the rampage that is a possibility coming in from Myanmar's lineup, which I think will be activated a lot sooner than we think because of those early kills.
Yeah, and we haven't even seen one pop of the Dark Knight Falls yet. I'm quite interested in how they're going to utilize it. Because if you go back in the regular season of our Pro League in the Philippines, we did see Bren Esports, in which case Team Seaball right now, run that Hellcurt very, I would say, passively, using only the Dark Knight Falls, the ultimate coming in from the Hellcurt, only when they secure the objectives via Retribution.
You know, its main purpose. Actually, there was this theory craft back in I think that was 2021. Hellcurt was mainly utilized on scrims to hide the Turtle HP
Really?
and the Lord HP with the Dark Knight Falls.
That's all.
And it's
That's
also
all it was.
it's also a patch wherein Atlas and Cho was really popular. So those roamers that rely on utilize on
Vision.
combos and landing their spells in
The mission vision,
quick succession limits the potential. Like for example, if you flicker with Cho, you cannot kick. If you use the Jit Kundo flicker, you cannot kick the Hellcurt as soon as possible because you get silent. So that was a time where Hellcurt was viable. Now we are seeing kind of the return of Hellcurt. I think he is one of the three lone assassins that can come out, especially on the second phase of drafts, because we've seen already the Fanny, the Hayabusas. Now Hellcurt is much more viable, maybe because of that factor. Like, it's a very strong tool to utilize in the early game, and it sets up for amazing momentum, because Hellcurt, he does not really tank front lines. Once he uses the Deadly Poison Stinger, he gets out. So it's kind of like a jungler that does not need to tank, similar to how Hayabusa and Fanny is used right now. And maybe that's the reason why it's viable.
And, you know, a very unique effect as well. I feel like Hellcurt is the only one who actually has that effect, making sure that nobody else could see the HPs of the Lord or the Turtle.
Yeah.
And I'm just, honestly, here's a challenge.
What?
We're in the tank jungle meta.
Yeah.
Everybody's playing tank. Hell, Midnight, you play Ling tank. We have not
I've
seen that
seen
in
it.
pro scene, but you're telling me that you've seen it in scrims. What if, though? What if?
Hellcurt tank.
Hellcurt tank, you know? Might as well. If you're picking up the Hellcurt tank for the utility, might as well.
I
You-
don't know.
okay,
I
hear me
don't
out.
know.
We have like a minute and a half to
Okay,
talk about
I'll hear
this.
you out.
A tank Hellcurt, you basically just farm up with your tankiness or whatever. And then
or
you
whatever.
you try to secure your turtle or something else.
Well, you know
And
what?
Then you basically press your ultimate. All the lights are off in the.
Why
land
not
of
play
dawn.
Hellcurt Roam then? If you just want the lights out.
I don't know, man. Like
Okay.
Hellcurt with a
Hellcurt.
flicker feels off. Imagine
Here, Petrify.
Petrified.
Petrify Hellcurt. Okay, here comes the Myanmar fans.
Oh, there they are.
Waving their flags, still high energy. I'm so happy to see it.
I'll give you a free pass because I've said this before. If I ever see Link tank, I'm gonna lose it. Now I'm playing Link tank. I don't know what happened to me.
You know,
God mode.
But I want to say some tanks, especially assassin tanks in the jungle role, are viable for specific reasons. And it was just somebody is sleeping. So teams started
night.
finding a tool with Ling that made him capable of playing tank.
what?
The the damage with the retribution.
Oh, I see. I
It's
see.
the and you go for the less cooldown on the retribution, and what you are essentially in team fight is a continuous poke that cannot be
Killed.
Cannot be killed.
Is this still demon?
No,
man.
You're
You're going full tank.
You go
tank.
Lancelot build. You go Lancelot build.
Wow.
Another thing that I'd like to tell you before we go back to the Land of Dawn is I've betrayed your trust, Midnight.
What?
I've played Benedetta tank earlier.
I played
dare
Benedetta.
you.
What
No,
do
I
you-
never do that. You know I never do that.
You
hate
did.
You hate Benedetta
You
tank.
did. Wait, sorry, jungle?
No, of course XP.
No,
dude.
XP is
Of
fine.
course.
XP is fine.
Of
If you
course.
do it
Then
on
I
a jungle
have-
rule, I'll unfriend you.
Then I have not betrayed your trust.
I'll block you.
And this is such a big moment for both teams here. It's hard to actually have small talk between us casters. And
You know
hello.
what? I can actually bring something up because
What?
right now it is 11 p.m. I think over there it's 10
Is it
p.m.
though? Aren't they?
It's-
Aren't we ahead by an hour?
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what I said.
Philippines?
It's 10:55 right now.
So it's 9:55.
9:55
So-
in Cambodia.
So, you know what? They've been awake since 6 a.m. So I don't know if
proud of
it's
them.
the mental fortitude is gonna have to come in. You know, your physical well-being also has to be really good. So I wonder if that's also gonna be a factor in the big high-pressure situations we'll have later on.
Surely it will be.
Right? I mean, I just wonder. I just really hope, and I think that's also going to be a big test right?
I like
Being
that.
a champion is not just being able to play flashy plays willy-nilly.
Wait,
It's
sorry,
being
you-
able to do it.
You like the fan, or you like the
I like
the fan being held by the
the
fan?
Alright.
being held by the fan.
There you
All
go.
right,
Clear it out.
there you go.
Rockhart was about to give an amazing speech
I'm so
until
sorry.
I got distracted. You got distracted.
I
by
got
me.
distracted
I know,
because you
we
got
all
distracted.
get distracted.
And now
I'm
everything is
distracted. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm
I
so
don't know
sorry.
anymore.
You were saying that it's gonna, the mental fortitude is gonna come into play, like
Yes.
critical moments.
I mean, the grit, man. I hope the grit's still there for these.
And you know what? That is a good argument because in this match, and this
this guy.
this guy
this guy.
I got distracted.
You know,
He's so distracted.
I am so sorry. Like this guy, he knows what's up.
Oh baby,
Justin.
baby, baby.
This guy's
He
serious.
looks like
man.
someone.
Naomi
M4.
is in it to win it, unless he smiles at the camera right now. You know,
Oh yeah,
he's serious.
he's serious. Man. He's serious.
And the fans are still waiting for things to happen. They're happy to be featured out here. Bring out your phones. Show us the things.
Still
Just make
sleeping.
sure-
Yo,
Still
someone
sleeping,
wake
Still
that guy
sleeping.
up.
Can you
Someone
take
wake
a,
that guy
I'm
up.
not sure if we're being heard there, but can you take a selfie with him?
Yes, guys, please take a selfie with him. Come on.
Let's
He's the new emote.
All right, looks like we're muted or something. But at this point, Myanmar is still waiting for some issues to be resolved. Same with the Philippines. Man, I am shaking with excitement.
I
this is
am
the
too.
last game.
Come on. It's. Let us all
Bask in the glory.
bask in the glory
of
Bask in
the,
the glory of
the
last
last
game.
match of this game.
and the proficiency of the
The what?
what? The what?
Efficiency of the
of the
what?
sniper.
Of
We're
we're just
Beatrix, you mean?
you're
The
definitely
Beatrix.
Yeah, Zippy has been playing a good start.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just a lot.
100%.
100%.
100%.
Zippy is just one hell of a gold laner too. That matchup between Rekishano here. Both superb gold laners, though I have to say that this is the first taste of this of Rekishano in the international scene, am I right?
I actually am. I've been looking at him ever since he goes on the stage. I keep wondering, how is this guy feeling right now? I have not seen him smile.
It's his first time outside.
They
He's-
played MPLA, right?
But did they
That
fly
no,
out?
they didn't fly out though.
Yeah,
right. So
It's a big
I guess,
difference.
I guess that's a question, yeah.
And
All
now we're
right.
back in the land of dawn.
oh
finally.
boy. And
Hey.
I hope Rekitiano gets a smile on his face soon because I know how nerve-wracking it must be over there.
Must be destroying him internally, but he's basically living
Holding on, he's holding on.
Myanmar is still ahead by 1k here, and Unigo will be pulling the orange buff just to annoy the enemy jungler. And now Myanmar will be able to... Well, did Saison secure it with a retribution? He did.
Oh yeah! Oh, Arcangel blew up a glue there. And there are glulets all over the ground.
It's very rare to see like a glue being blown up by a Kadita. I'm not
Yes.
quite sure how that happened.
Exactly.
Because usually glues just press one ultimate and they walk away.
Good to go, right? I mean, how did Arcangel manage that?
Dark
Whoa!
Falls.
Dark Knight Falls going down there. Beautiful re-engage here by Naomi. And that's the cleanup crew by Myanmar.
Look at that, the setup coming in from Naomi.
Yeah, the layering of spells as well with Dark Knight Falls to jump in. The carry was silenced. He was able to use the Purify. But after that, Naomi delayed actually the the trigger onto the Luminal Blast, and they were able to land a stun on Rekishano. Onigo, however, was able to flicker out. But it's just the Franco that gets away. This is gonna be a hard game for Rekishano this time around, and it'll shake. As you were mentioning earlier, this will shake Rekishano.
And looking at how Myanmar is playing this, looks like the snowball is real for Ken. Already with the DHS, and looks like they're going to try to steal away this turtle. Saison and Cannon though, around that area already. Ken going to use his stingers towards the coin crab. Not
Yep.
quite sure why.
Ruby Lily just holding on to this turtle, making sure that Saison can't go near. Saison has great health, but he's actually quite low. He's flying in. He's looking
Used
for a target.
distribution as well.
He's looking for Justin. He's getting some shot essence, but I don't think he can last long
Dark Knight
enough. Dark Knight Falls is down, and Canon will fall as well. And that should be a go signal to go for the turtle.
Tyson.
Arcangel has the thalassophobia, but Saison will be pushed off out of the vicinity
That's
of the
a short
turtle.
turtle.
And this is going to be a turtle secured for Myanmar. The second turtle of the game.
That was such a weird team fight approach by Philippines. Tyson used the retribution to try and take move away from the Hellcat, and Ken again finds another kill onto the Franco. While Philippines, Regishano was able to take a turret on the bottom lane. I don't think that was a fair trade for Philippines. Myanmar would still get ahead.
At all. Right now they are a 2k gold lead, and I would say it will increase further and further. Myanmar definitely has more control of the map so far.
Yes, definitely, with a 2k gold lead to boot. Myanmar is starting to be more aggressive, find more opportunities. I do feel like Philippines having slight miscommunication issues here. A lot of entrances and a lot of exits are being blocked by Myanmar, and they can't seem to find the same thing that they want to find.
Yeah, Philippines not able to maximize Unigo so far. I am still waiting for that money hook, that big play, but I don't think it's. I don't think we're gonna see it right now. Myanmar is being very careful.
Yeah. Philippines, they need to get more space. Let's stay on the map for Regishano to be able to farm up on Myanmar. Looks like they're not gonna give it.
Wow, Unigo!
Wow, he felt the
He
slow.
felt it!
He felt the slow. He was like, okay, I'm
the
pretty sure
ground.
Naomi would trigger it as quick as possible.
That's a lot of skills being used by Myanmar. Ruby DD
With the hook!
goes down.
Ooh.
There's the hook that we've been looking for Unigo. It finally happens, and Ken is going to be taken as a consequence. But now,
Saison.
what's the follow-up going to look like? Looks like Zippy is still alive. Naomi has the defensive capabilities to keep Justin alive as well. That's going to be the reset for the Philippines.
I mean, it's a 2-for-1 at this point in Myanmar. They do lose a bit of gold against Philippines, but it's just around 500, 600. But Philippines will be taking that since it was basically given to them for free. With now the turtle, the last turtle of the game, spawning as well. Myanmar could possibly score all three in this game number 3.
For right now, better positions for Myanmar. Unigo's the only one who gets stunned up.
Huh, Luminum Blast casted by Myanmar.
That is interesting. Now that's
Huge
a big ultimate that they are not going to be able to use
Unigo.
for the next few seconds.
Nice angle from Unigo. He bites one.
He bites on and he does hard work. But that's going to be it. Zippy is some good damage. Ken secures the turtle as well. That's a double for the Beatrix.
Hooks the Lolita, pays the price.
Yeah, Dark Knight falls into the Nibiru's passion. So much damage coming off from Myanmar. And Philippines, again, this is just the gold difference. Regishano does not have that same level of damage as Myanmar now has.
Look at that.
Damage
Damage
for
from
the
Justin,
hook.
but a bloody heart
Unigo.
petrified. Make that a killing spree for Arcangel.
Well, Unigo is making a very different case here for Philippines. He is the current playmaker. He is holding the ground here for PH. But the gold difference, again, as we've seen from Naomi and Unigo, a lot of these matchups, even on the gold lane, there's so much gold on the side of Zippy and Myanmar. They can't afford to lose some of these heroes, but they cannot afford to lose that much.
Yeah.
Because Philippines, as we've seen earlier on game number 2, when you give Carry a boost in the mid game, he will be able to just get out of that position wherein he loses gold and to a point where you now lose HP.
Yeah, and Justin being shut down there, such a big thing for the Philippines. As we go on to another short pause, hopefully everything in Cambodia is getting well or getting better at least. And we are still waiting to be right back in the Land of Dawn. For now, with the state of the game, what is the win condition left for, what's the win condition or the main win condition for Myanmar here? Do we just keep the pace? Do we just continue marching forward, finding aggressive kills? Or do we actually slow this down, play around objectives?
For Myanmar, I think you constantly try to look for bites, even against the Franco. Because the thing about Franco is that he is trying to hook heroes, maybe position your Lolita in a very aggressive manner because you have a backup. You have the Dark Knight Falls, and whenever the Hellcat jumps in, that's gonna be the Bloody Hunt will always be cancelled. So they have a tool to deal with the Franco. They're kind of scared, I would say, with the re-engage factor of the Yuzong, but you need to be able to mow down on these towers so that you have more real estate on the map and you limit the goal that is going towards the carry.
Franco really having a hard time. We're not seeing Unigo hit as much as we thought he would on the Franco, and for a good reason. This Dark Knight Falls is such a powerful skill.
Now here's a combo. Justin and I think another player, I think from Khmer. Correct. I feel like I remember that face from Cambodia.
That's just a match made in heaven.
Friendship confirmed.
Yeah.
Can confirm. Justin, most friendliest person in M4,
Yeah,
as
it looks
Leo
like it.
said.
It looks like it.
Like it too. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
we're gonna go back to the land of Dawn once again. 8 minutes in already.
Malefic
Malefic
Roar.
Roar locked in
my
for
God,
Ken.
that's gonna
You
hurt.
already know.
Damage from Ken.
We're gonna see some really spicy plays coming in from Myanmar soon.
Look at bottom though. Myanmar can easily push down his tower and threaten, the base tower as well.
Let's
So
see
they
if
go
they're
back.
actually gonna go for the push here. Zippy
Oh.
trying to make sure. You
He's
know,
wary.
let's
Alright.
be safe. There's nothing wrong with checking things with your Renner's apathy. That's actually a smart
Unigo.
thing to do, but Unigo might find Naomi here. Will he actually go?
All right,
No, he won't.
A little bit of a high five moment there.
Yeah.
Just temp check, but that's definitely a lot of gold going over to the side of Myanmar because of that.
Yeah, very good positioning coming out from Naomi again. The overall protection on Zippy, just making sure that this Beatrix is allowed to farm up and get his items. Ooh, wow.
Ouch,
Ooh,
baby.
2,000 damage on the Renner's apathy.
All right.
Look, I mean, at this point, Zippy is already quite farmed up. I think the double lane method that Myanmar employed in the early to the mid game has paid off in dividends.
Yeah, this is a typical Beatrix, peak Beatrix in 2022, 2021.
We've gone full circle. I mean, we started with the Nibiru, changed to the Renner, to the shotgun, and now we're back to
Renner.
But it's Rage.
We're slowly going back to Harem. You never know, we might see Alice again. And gold lane, double waving.
Oh my god.
Never
Look
know.
at Myanmar, they're being so decisive. They run straight for the Lord, not giving the Philippines time to react.
And this is a level 1 Lord as they go for Canon with the Black Dragon form. Will be able to fly away.
Very good heads-up play.
Canon doesn't want to taste that Malefic Roar. He runs
Yeah.
straight for the hills.
And look at bot lane though.
Oh!
Philippines, they're going for a base
counterplay.
race. The glue will be responding, but they're gonna get at least one turret and trade off between the both lanes.
That's equal on gold right now. But I would say, oh,
Ooh, Rakashano. Ooh, finding a orange buff to his name, and he's actually keeping up in terms of farm.
Small bonus for a very aggressive rotation, but Philippines, they still have this Lord to deal with.
They have to use this Lord for Myanmar. They have to
right.
jump in with the Hellcart. I don't think you have more space to give to PH, even though your lineup is super powerful. You don't want to risk it, especially with this kind of setup from Philippines. Because imagine late game.
Ken almost got deleted there. Just had a sliver of health.
That's
Still a crucial pickoff for Myanmar.
Absolutely. 22 seconds off Archangel means the clear is critical here for the Philippines.
They have a jump from Ken. They can use the Dark Knight Falls. Did he? Dodges the hook.
It was still a great attempt by Arcangel, but Saison looks to be in trouble here.
Yep, there's nowhere to go for the young jungler of the Philippines. Lord gonna be slowed down at least for the meantime, but the big thing and
the
good
hook.
hook coming in from Unigo, and that's gonna be Ruby Didi going down without a fight.
So Son basically suicided just to make sure that the Lord is not marching for the tower.
Ouch.
Kind of ouch!
What a hook once more! Justin again mostly taken care of there. That sliver of health again still keeping up. That gold lead really keeping Myanmar alive.
And Myanmar right now is still holding on to that gold lead. Unigo has been landing hook after hook. Here comes a concealed play.
Another
They
concealed
might
play.
go here for
Zippy!
a bloody hunt. Zippy almost
no hook.
breezing through that bloody hunt.
Onigo paying the dividends forward. And the Fredrin, again, that play, he did not just die. He aggroed the Lord away from the turret. And now Philippines, they're able to fight for another day because of that. And that was it. That was what allowed Onigo to pull off these amazing hooks. But the question is, for how long can Philippines do this? How much time can they buy for Rekishano on the carry?
And how are they going to look on the 5v5s if you just keep doing that, and if you lose your towers,
Yeah.
the hooks are not going to matter as much.
And look at this, the gold coming in from Zippy. 10K in this game, and the damage.
And Onigo tanked as much as he could, but that was only 2 skills. It is looking really, really dire
Oh, 9 seconds for the
for
Lord.
the Philippines.
It's already a Luminous Lord. This is going to be very crucial for Philippines to either steal or contest. Because one big Lord push from Myanmar might seal the deal. And this is Game 3. This is the most important game for both Myanmar and the Philippines.
Look into Arcangel though. Creative angles from the Kanina. Nice pull coming out from Saison. This is a hard Lord to contest for Myanmar. Even though they have so many jumps, they have to get in to the territory of the Yuzong and the Franco.
Maximum communication is the key to execute this. Will Philippines be able to do it? Naomi's on the front, actually. Ruby Didi on the side. He's looking for Rekitano.
Canon!
Oh my God! With a 2-man knockup.
Petrify!
The Petrifies are coming in hot for the Philippines. That is 2 down, and more are following suit. 4 men down for Myanmar.
They find the bodies of Myanmar, and the gold lead is diminished. This might just be a one-way push for the Philippines. This might be the game. This might be Philippines stealing the deal.
Ruby Didi trying his best, but it is just way too much. And just like that, the Philippines are going to the final.
You could see the smiles in the faces of the Filipinos in the crowd as Team Sipol, Team Philippines, jumps for joy after a grueling loss in game number 1. They finally find the winning recipe to defeat Myanmar.
Oh my God, the Filipino God sequence. Double Petrify. Triple targets from Canon. And then Arcangel seals the deal. Deleting Myanmar from the face of the Lord Pit.
I don't care what the stats say, it is very obvious. Canon and Arcangel were the joint MVPs of that last game.
Oh my goodness, the double Petrify. That was nasty.
That was insane. An insane play.
They cannot believe it.
It is the game changer for Team Philippines as they shake the hands of Myanmar, a worthy opponent, a formidable foe, and a friend. SEA Games, baby!
SEA Games for the Philippines. They are going to finals. They will face Malaysia in the big one tomorrow. And that is saying something. Myanmar, they're not done. They will also be facing on the bronze match.
They're already adding each other.
Yeah, they're adding each other in IG.
That's
That
how
is
you
so
know.
quick.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Open up the Instagrams.
Justin is the friendliest guy
Mr. Congeniality.
in the world stage. And there you go, Arcangel and Justin, now officially friends on Facebook.
I want to be friends with Justin as well, man.
What a perk. What a perk right
Well,
there.
after a play like that from Arcangel, if you're Justin, you're hella adding that guy.